Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's presentation. It is GSD Daily, episode 114. We're going to talk about email automation and following up with an email autoresponder series. Now, this is probably might be a little bit elementary for people, but I think it's important because even though it's elementary and it's pretty simple, and almost every email marketing platform has autoresponders, people still don't set them up. Like so many folks who come to us, they're like, yeah, I collect leads. I'm like, how many people are on your list? And they're like, oh, about 8,000. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool, How many emails are they getting? Well, they're getting one email, like one per day. No, one per week. No. They're just getting one email. Oh, you mean they're only getting one email? So you're spending all of that time putting people on an email list only to send one email. Like, that doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to go through and talk about how email marketing and email automation needs to be run so that you are maximizing the value of your list, you're maximizing your customers, and basically selling more shit. So that's really what email is supposed to do. It is supposed to bond a prospect with you. It is supposed to convert them from just being like a prospect into being a buyer. And it's also used as a notification. So they know what's going on with your business, what's going on with your products, and all that other stuff. So today, we are going to go through an email autoresponder setup. Very simple. This is going to be wireframe based, basically. So what we want to do is we want to talk about what is important for your autoresponder, what you need to do in it, and then also how to move people through. Now, normally, your lead generation process is really pretty simple. It is a landing page followed by a confirmation. So a very, very simple way of kind of walking through this or understanding this. Let me switch the screen here too. So if we go over to here, all right. So we're going to go to doneforyou.com. I'm just going to show you something real quick. So we've talked a lot about lead generation, talked a lot about funnels, but all we need to do, we need to go to the public side of Done For You. We're going to go to Toolkit and then the automated webinar playbook. So this is a playbook that we created. Actually, all of last week we talked about this thing. So we went through and added a lead magnet page. We have some paid traffic going to it and stuff. So. But this is a playbook. So this is a landing page right here. This right here, what you're looking at is that landing page, that first piece of the lead generation process. So when you hit free instant access, it's going to pop up and say, what's your name? What's your email? So we're going to give it a name, Jason, and then the email. And then we're going to hit get instant access. What it's doing at this moment is it's putting that email into our CRM. And then it is redirecting us to a confirmation page. So in this particular element, now you see a video of us and we're walking through. We talk about the PDF and then we talk about course that goes along with it. Now this is our confirmation. So if we go back to our little workflow, our diagram here, then you see that we went through a landing page and then we opted in and we went on a confirmation. Well, now what ends up happening is the opt-in itself is important. The opt-in got us the email address. But what is more important is the back-end marketing. It's what we do with that email address next. So after the opt-in, then the next thing is a download or access. So the first email somebody gets is, thanks so much for downloading the report. Here's your link to go download the report, to go get your download, to go claim your PDF or log into your video course or create a membership login or whatever. Here's the thing that you just received. And then you usually finish that email with, watch your email for the next couple of days, and we're going to give you something cool for free. Or in the next couple of days, we're going to talk about, I'm going to invite you to a webinar or a presentation or a master, whatever. So we want to pre-frame the next thing that they're going to see. Sometimes that's just a blog post. Sometimes it's another PDF. Sometimes it's some sort of a workshop or a training. But we want whoever downloaded this thing to then, if they like it, to be looking forward to the next thing from us. So that helps keep them motivated and keep them opening their emails. So that's email 1. Email 2 goes out the day after. So, and this is like this usually is promo email 1, but there's a lot of different ways you can treat the rest of this sequence. Some people like to include 3 or 4 bonding emails. And so those bonding emails talk about you, they talk about your business, they talk about your story, maybe some challenges you've overcome, the solutions you offer. They usually give some like links to your social profiles, to your YouTube profiles, whatever, wherever somebody can go and learn more about you and learn more about what you do. Then usually that's what plays out in these next emails. It's a getting to know you kind of email set. You can think of it as, if you're just getting to know somebody, whether it's a date or whatever, a romantic relationship, or you have a new friend or whatever, and it's an evolving discovery process. And if they are discovering things about you that are interested, they will be engaged. So that's one way to attack these, have a bonding email sequence. Another way to go after these emails is to promote something. So if you are driving paid traffic, so if you have you're spending, you have a PPC campaign up in Facebook or Google or whatever, and that's what's driving leads, then a paramount priority for you is going to be liquidating that ad spend. It's how do you make the $10 or $20, $100 or $1,000 you spent today? How do you make that back? And as quickly as possible, you want to make that back. This email set is going to help make that back. So then this would be like a promo sequence. So you get the download in email 1, you get the download of that thing. Then email 1, you promote an offer. Sometimes it's a webinar. If it's a high ticket offer, it might be if it might be straight to a sales video. If it's a lower ticket offer, lower ticket, lower complexity. Email 2, you promote that same thing. Email 3, you promote that same thing. Email 4, you promote that same thing. So typically, whenever we promote a product, whenever we promote a webinar, whenever we do a bonding sequence, anything like that, we do 3 to 4 email chunks. So email 1 is kind of that's like your, how should I describe this? Email 1 is like your line in the sand. Like email 1 is like the establishing email. Usually that is the email that sets up the product. It sets up the story. It sets up the solution. It sets up all of that up. And then email 2 builds on that first email. Email 3 usually starts closing it down. So it usually starts closing down the offer, or it takes away a bonus, or we start like teasing up maybe a flash sale going away or whatever. And then email 4 is usually sent later on that same day and is the final takeaway. That's typically how we do like a 3 or 4 email block. And then we give them a couple day break, and then we start another 3 or 4 day email block. So right here we have a landing page, a confirmation page, and then we have 5 emails that are going to go out and should be set up immediately, even before you start running traffic to an offer. All of this stuff should already be done. Like for our clients, we always plan on the first 30 days. So the first 30 days, if they don't do anything, they sign up for a lead magnet, then they're promoted something, and they go through a nurture sequence, and they go through a webinar promo sequence, and then a webinar replay sequence, and then maybe a flash sale sequence. We always plan a chain of events that encompass that first 30 days. And then after that, usually the broadcast emails, the blog emails, podcasts, all of those things kind of pick up after that initial predetermined sequence is done. Now, some things that you can do either in this first set of emails or after the first set of emails, you have your affiliate offers. So you have your affiliate offers, anything that so many of our clients, they close up the email sequence with affiliate offers. So if let's say they are promoting a Forex trading product, they have a piece of software that trades Forex. And then what they do is after somebody goes through the entire email sequence and doesn't buy, then what they do is they drop affiliate offers in afterwards. So it serves as a secondary income source when they do that. So they promote their primary offer, and then if whoever doesn't buy, they end up cleaning up with secondary affiliate offers that they make 50% on. But with those affiliate offers, they don't need to support them. They don't need to maintain them. They don't need to split test them. All they do is send traffic. And if somebody buys, awesome. And if they don't, that's okay too, because our client they had already sold everything that they were selling to this person. So they still keep them on the list and they still send them blog posts and stuff, but they don't get anything internal again from that client until after the affiliate sequence is all concluded. The next thing is internal offers. When you put somebody on an email list, even if you have one offer, you can still, I just had a call about this yesterday, but even if you have one primary offer, you can always switch up the front ends of that offer. You can send them to blog posts, you can send them to advertorials, you can send them to webinars that just cater to different niches within that same segment. There's a lot of things you can do to mix up the front end of an offer. And I had to get really good at it selling software, because we would have one piece of software. And that piece of software doesn't change, but yet you need to vary up the promotions of that one piece of software and give it different looks. So it appeals to different people throughout the year or throughout, the life cycle of that software. So putting the different front ends is really an art all into itself, but those are your different offers. Those are your internal offers. You can also send an indoctrination sequence, and that's kind of like the bonding sequence. That's like a warm up. Hey, we're new. We're new to getting to know each other. Like I'm new to you, so this is what you need to know. You need to know my name. You need to know my company. You need to know what I stand for and what I do and where I hang out. Am I on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or whatever? Where can you get more information? What do I, what values do I have? And then we have our bonding sequence down below. So these are just some examples of things that you can mail out. Might be webinars, might be lead magnets, might be videos. Ideally, that's how you put together an autoresponder sequence. You bolt enough of these campaigns onto each other, and now you're emailing for 2 weeks and 3 weeks and 4 weeks and 3 months and 4 months. And that is how you continually engaging the leads that are coming in your front door. So basically once this is all built out, it takes a while, it takes a lot of writing. But once it's built, then your primary metric is really just understanding how many leads are coming in the front door, because they're going to drip through all of these campaigns, and the ones who are engaged and the ones who resonate with the offer that you're making, they will do business with you. So that's the secret and the trick to email automation. So do we have any questions? Over in the chat box in the comments, just go ahead and drop any questions. All right, we got one here. What kind of software do you use for email marketing? From a software standpoint, there's so many. We have ours that a lot of our clients use and love. It's called Access. You can go to triggers.app and check that out. If clients come to us and they're using Infusionsoft or ActiveCampaign or Autopilot or any of those, ConvertKit, then we build with those. If I had to give a preference, of course we love ours. If I gave a preference that was not ours, it would be ActiveCampaign. So ActiveCampaign has some SMS sending functionality. They have some pretty good campaign and workflow functionality. They integrate with Zapier. You can do some real cool trigger-based automations. And it's not complicated to use like an Infusionsoft or an Autopilot it's touch and go, for new folks. ActiveCampaign or Access is the two where I would recommend most often. And then if you have any questions at all, just go to doneforyou.com/start, fill out the little form. We'll get on a call with you, walk through your email automation, your sales funnels, your traffic sources, like all that stuff, and put together an action plan. If you have any questions, just go to doneforyou.com and fill in the little chat box on the lower right-hand corner, and we'll talk to you soon, all right? Thanks. Bye.